Hello everyone, how's it going? Elliot here again. Today's video we are going to be checking out a Game & Watch, a Nintendo Game & Watch that I picked up for literally I think £3. I think I paid £6 for this with like £2 postage when I first found it on newly listed on eBay. So this thing is obviously in very bad condition. He sent me a partial refund because he didn't realize the hinge was broken. He obviously was a viewer of the channel because when I received this, it came with a little nice message to say I love your videos, which I really do appreciate, so thank you. And yeah, so I ended up paying £2 or £3 for this thing, which isn't really a bad price. Now, I've actually got another one of these, which I did a video on a little while ago. It had some corrosion on it, which meant we had to sort of fix some traces. It was a very fun video, and I paid, I think, £20 for this. So again, a very good price, except this one is in absolutely immaculate condition. Now, I credit the reason why I collect retro handhelds to this exact one right here, Donkey Kong multi-screen Nintendo Game & Watch, because when I was younger, my mum bought me a Nintendo magazine, and at the back of it had the history of handhelds and stuff, and this one was in there, and I was like, I immediately fell in love. So I have quite a soft spot for these things. Basically, let me really quickly show you what the problem is with this one, and then I'll explain what we're going to be doing in this video. So, if you can see up at the top here, it's actually missing some of these sprites. It's definitely missing a platform that goes underneath these guys up here, underneath the Donkey Kongs. So it's definitely missing some sprites. And hopefully what we're gonna be able to do is swap the ribbon cable from the one that I just picked up for very inexpensive over to this one. And then also I'm gonna find out at the end of this video what parts in this are not broken and damaged, because obviously quite a lot of the parts on here are missing or damaged. So it will hopefully be able to just take a look at the end as well and see what does work and what doesn't work. Unfortunately, it didn't come with an official battery cover. That would have been nice. But yeah, let's not waffle on any longer. In fact, let's see if this thing even turns on. That would be interesting to know. I don't know how this thing got so badly damaged. It's a big shame. I do obviously know that they were taken around and abused. Yeah, so this one, it's not actually displaying anything on the top screen at all, but the sounds do work. So that's quite good to note. Okay, let's go ahead and take this thing apart. It's a very simple process, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Alright, so this is everything that we have, and it looks like we've actually managed to get quite a lot of good stuff for the very inexpensive price that we paid. So just to go through, we've got top and bottom housing pieces. Both of these are completely fine and intact. They're not cracked in any way, they're not missing any parts, besides, you know, the overlay which goes on the bottom piece here. Let me show you. And those, I don't know if those can be obtained, but there might be someone who has one with a cracked piece of plastic, and then they can buy these. Realistically, I'm a bit of a hoarder, so I'm probably going to keep all of this stuff in case I ever do find one, and then I need the part myself. There's two polarizing filters here, but they're both slightly burnt. You're probably not going to be able to make that out, but they are slightly burnt. Again, they'll function. They're not going to be ideal, but I'll keep them just in case. And then there's some of the little graphic pieces to add the dimension to the screen, and when they all lay over each other, you get sort of things in the horizon, things in the distance, and it looks very cool. There's also two reflectors. This is what makes the LCD screen work. The light goes through the screen and then bounces off of the reflector, and then that illuminates the screen. And then obviously in modern mods, people take these off and replace them with LED panels, and then that basically removes the element of requiring light to come down on the screen. So it's very nice. I've got lots of different buttons. Quick fact, this was the first D-pad that Nintendo ever used in any of their things. This is the first D-pad, I think, in existence, which is very, very cool. It comes with the membranes for that. It comes with the action button, all of the various different buttons for the clock settings, as well as the tiny little metal buttons as well. Came with some sort of a metal piece which holds things down. Various different rubber pieces which helps make the LCD screens work. And the most important element of them all, the ribbon cable. This is the part that's worth the money. This is the part that is very, very difficult to get a hold of. And this is the part that rips on all of the Game & Watches. So this is absolutely perfectly intact. And I'm going to be now swapping it over onto this piece. As well as that, we also got lots of different screws and pieces as well, which is quite nice because I've actually got a screw missing here. So again, it's just bloody perfect for me. So good stuff so far. And also we've got the motherboard. I don't know if this fully works, but from the sound of it before, it did sound like it actually does turn on. So it doesn't have any sort of power problems or anything like that. And I believe, although I'm not 100% sure, if I slide this piece off, I think this top piece is actually completely intact as well. Oh no, it's not, never mind, the little clasp latch is broken. So the only two bits of plastic that were really damaged is the bottom piece and the top piece. So not a big deal. Besides that and the screens, we've got a completely nice big set, complete set of Donkey Kong Game & Watch parts for like £4. Can't complain. Right, let's go ahead and swap that ribbon cable over. I'm not going to show you that process. I'm just going to see if it works at the end or not. Right, so this has actually turned into a slightly juicier repair than first anticipated. So basically I put this motherboard back in, which is the one which I've had to repair a trace on, and you should be able to see where I've repaired that trace there. Unfortunately, where I've repaired the trace is where the contacts are for the board to connect to the LCD screen, and basically what's happening is it's not applying enough pressure onto that ribbon cable to actually function. So what I did was I took the motherboard out of the faulty Donkey Kong Game & Watch that I've just bought, and if I go ahead and just show you this, if I move this into here like so and pop the battery cover on, what you'll see is that all of the sprites and all of the little LCD graphics are all displaying, which is absolutely bloody fantastic. So what I'm going to do, because unfortunately these speakers are soldered in, I'm just going to very simply desolder the speakers from here, solder them into this one, put the whole thing back together, and job's a good one. And hopefully be able to all do this with one hand. We'll soon find out. There we go. Okay, good stuff. So the old board is out, the new board is in. So we just need to reassemble. Right, moment of truth. Let's pop the batteries back in again and hopefully everything will be displayed. Would you look at that? There's no way of actually seeing if they're all on there, but I'm pretty certain, if memory serves me correctly, every single little sprite is now displaying fully on this Game & Watch, which makes me very, very happy. Let's have a quick go at it. I'm very, very bad, if I'm honest. I don't know if the camera's picking this up. It's a pretty slow game, I guess. Like, oh, I died. And then I think there's a lever you have to flick. And then move out of the way. Ah, that was unfortunate. I'm really happy with how that has turned out. I think it looks absolutely excellent. We've obviously got a bunch of spares as well to go with that. So yeah, very happy. Thank you to the gentleman on eBay who sold this to me. I very much appreciate it. If you have all enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And I will catch you in the next video. Peace.